Cameroonians are calling on the government of their country to ensure the security of persons, notably in the two Anglophone regions of the country, to better involve the civil society in efforts to restore peace in the country, and also to go close to the population in order to restore the trust between the population and those who are governing them. These are some issues that emerged during a meeting here in the economic capital, Douala, for the involvement of the community in the process of restoring peace in the country and the population of Bangem in the southwest region of the country. Notably, the parents are begging on governments to restore normalcy so that children can return to school come September 2nd, 2019. And out of the country, 3 Democratic Republic of Congo doctors have been arrested over the killing of a Cameroonian doctor who works with the World Health, or who was working with the World Health Organization. Those were our top stories. Stay with us. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this edition of the news on Equinox Television. I am Bable Jonathan. We're broadcasting from Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. We begin this newscast in Bangem in the southwest region of Cameroon, one of the 2 Anglophone regions hit by socio-political and security crisis for close to 3 years today. And some parents are urging government to restore normalcy so that students and pupils can return to school hitch-free come September 2nd, 2019. Innocent Azi has more.
Women in Bangem, in the Kupe Maninguba division of the southwest region, lamenting for a ceasefire in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon for peace to return and the children resumed education after staying out of school for 3 years now. They are also bearers of placards bearing various advocacy messages like "Education is key to success. Why deprive me? I am a woman, I am peace, I am dialogue, I am school," to mention but a few. These women advocate school resumption come September and believe God will touch hearts of government authorities to end the war in the Anglophone regions.
Because school is where people are molded up. It is in school that teachers bring children up. But now that the children are not going to school, we don't know whether they are going to be thieves tomorrow, or they will be maquisards, or they will be what, we don't really know. So we are really crying for this problem of our children. We are praying that the government should take total control over whatsoever thing is happening. They should pity those who are inside the forest like us here. They should pity the children. They should pity the young Cameroonians who are coming up tomorrow to be better Cameroonians tomorrow. Because even they the governors who are now, they also came from this root. They were nurtured from childhood, but now we don't know how the children who are born today, how they are going to be.
Even children wish returning to school.
I want that the fight that is fighting, that government level, they should not fight again. I want that government should allow the school to be going.
We are tired of standing here without not going to school. We want the head of state to send us back to school because being in a quarter is making us suffer.
Schools which have been shut down in their hundreds and colonized by white bushes and frequented by goats. Those these schools have to host are now in bushes and forest. Some have become farmers, traders, truck pushers, and in a nutshell, agents of all sorts of odd jobs and activities. Able men now idle if they do not have the means to be motorbike riders. Though many still recommend demilitarization to foster return to school, no decision is taken. As such, the military is seen standing or parading corridors and various avenues, including markets, well armed, ready to push back those they consider peace threats. However, the value of education has urged some parents to brave the odds in the restive Anglophone regions, prepare their children through holiday classes for the upcoming academic year.
For 3 years today, Cameroon's peace and stability are threatened by socio-political and security crises in the northwest, southwest, in the northern regions, east and other parts of the country. As the situation worsens day by day, especially in the Anglophone regions, the northwest and southwest, some civil society organizations are stepping up efforts to restore the broken unity and peace of President Paul Biya's country. It is for this purpose that the Denis Lenora Foretia Foundation brought together some young people, especially from the Anglophone Cameroon part of the country, to empower them to be veritable peace crusaders. And during the one-day meeting today in Douala, they were edified on community involvement in promoting peace in a country hit by an armed conflict in its two Anglophone regions. Take a listen to some of the participants.
Barrister Doris, the people in southern Cameroon would like to feel the presence of the government. The government should actually go closer to the people, find out what they really want, listen to them, because without listening to them, they will not gain the people's trust.
I'm Valerie Tamko from Boya. I think that the way forward for the government to solve this problem or to contribute in solving this problem is by involving the civil society actively. Working hand in glove with them. Since they are very close to the people, they can send them so that they can discuss more with the people on the ground. They come back and the government is able to take their findings and work hand in glove with them. Secondly, the government also has to ensure the security of its citizens. If the citizens are confident that the government can secure them, they will be able to actively participate in solving this problem. Thirdly, the massacre killings of the youth, both the military and the civilians and the rest, has to really be addressed, because the killings in the southwest is becoming very alarming. People die every day.
My name is Abari. Dialogue is the dilemma. Can the government dialogue with Anglophones? Dialogue means there are two parties. The day the government dialogues, the government has lost it. The government advisors like France cannot let the government dialogue. Dialogue will remain politics, and they will never come. Because if an Anglophone sits here and the government sits here, there are two entities. And the government does not want those two entities to exist. Government would not dialogue. I pity some of us who want dialogue. They will not. We want them to dialogue, but they fear that once the dialogue mediator is seated, there are two entities. It's federalism, a bad form of government. I saw it in Nigeria when I was studying there. I saw governors in their own states. They will go to China and call investors, sign contracts with them, 500 million, and do investment in their places.
Some participants at a peace meeting here in the economic capital Douala speaking there. Now we're going to take you up north to the Adamawa region of the country, and precisely to the locality of Gangsua. We're going to show you the difficult living conditions of inhabitants of that part of Cameroon. For me, I'm Strong Sanda.
This is Gansao, 50 kilometers away from Gaunderi, Adamawa Regional Chief Town. The village, which is home to about 10,000 souls, has an integrated health center with numerous difficulties. Staff of the health unit say the structure does not have electricity, obliging them to use bush lamps when solar energy runs out. Being the lone health unit in the locality, many pregnant women go there for delivery. We receive many pregnant women, and those with complications are referred to the Gaunderi Regional Hospital, 50 kilometers away. such cases encounter a lot of difficulties as the health center does not have an ambulance. Time is spent in search of a vehicle. Away from the health challenges, Gangsao is principally a farming and rearing community. Islam is the main religion, but others do exist, and Gangsao, at the heart of Ganghu subdivision, attract people from other parts of the Adamawa. Majority of those who come to Gangsao are students seeking to study at Government High School Gangsao or the lone government primary school that exists in the village. The Gangsao market also brings together inhabitants from other parts of the Adamawa region. The people look up to the government for a sustainable solution to the numerous problems affecting their locality. Like Gangsao, several other localities in the Adamawa region of Cameroon suffer unimproved basic social infrastructure.
Coming up, Hemin Iluga takes a look at the government's effort to restructure Cameroon's health sector affected by several problems and illegal practices. The country's Minister of Public Health, Manauda Malauchi, was at the Douala Seaport today for this purpose.
The impromptu visits in the economic metropolis by Minister of Public Health, Manauda Malachi, had as target restructuring the health sector while also putting an end to the sale of roadside drugs, posing a problem in most big cities in the country. Accompanied by the Islamic Bank and the National Funds Agency for the Population, the goal was also to put an end to women delivering in homes, as it is the case in the far north, Adamawa and east regions of the country.
Community, and we have also initiative to see how this equipment is going to be used to continue capacity building of the people on the ground on the maintenance and utilization of those equipment to save lives where it's needed, especially in the far north, in the north, the Adamawa, the east.
Since his appointment as Minister of Public Health, we would recall strategies have been put in place by the minister, who with statistics across the National Triangle formerly denoted poor services and neglect rocking the health sector in the country, most especially within state-owned hospitals and districts. The handing over of the necessary tools to be used in hospitals falls in line with the Ministry of Public Health's intentions to make women trust once again Cameroon's health services.
Before we go out of the country, I should indicate that the CMTV journalist Samuel Wazizi, who was arrested and detained at the Muya police station since last Friday, is now missing. Latest information streaming in from the Southwest Regional Chief Town indicates that his whereabouts remains unknown. The lawyer of the arrested journalist Samuel Wazizi, Barrister Edward Lyonga Ewule, was told at the Muya police station that his client was transferred to the motorized infantry battalion, and he went to the motorized infantry battalion where he was told that Samuel Wazizi is not there. And the question now is, where is the journalist of the Boya-based television CMTV? Samuel Wazizi was arrested in connection to alleged collaboration with separatist fighters, and he has denied all the accusations against him. And of course, the lawyer equally told us that he's not been able to get information on the whereabouts of his client, even from the judicial police. Nobody seems to know where Samuel Wazizi, journalist of CMTV, is found, and media practitioners have been condemning what is considered as an attempt to muzzle the press and calling for his immediate and unconditional release. That's it for this edition of the news on Equinox Television. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us. Goodbye.